Today's lesson is brought to you by the number 8. 8. Hi students, welcome back. Last lesson we were doing a program that was to get our robot to go in a square. And one of the elegant ways of doing this is we introduced this thing called a loop, otherwise known as a repeat. So this repeats whatever's inside this segment here 4 times. We can change that to any number, but because we're doing a square, it's only 4. So when we read this, we're actually setting our movement modus to C and B. And that should correspond quite correctly with what we've got on our robot. When you have a look at my video here, and there we go, we can actually see that we've got B and C being used. If I was using A and D, right, I would change my code accordingly. Now, what this will actually do, it will move forward 2 rotations, and then motor C will go at 50% speed, motor B will be at negative 50% speed. So what that will happen, or what that will actually get it to do, is one wheel will go forward and the other wheel will go backwards. And in effect, it will actually turn on its center point. That's its pivot point. And this is probably the most accurate way for you to actually do a bit of a turn. So we did that last lesson. But what I would like you to do today is I want you to just move that code or whatever code you've got, come up and do a new project. So file, new project. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to call this one figure 8. So remember, with our programming, we go figure 8. We put our partner's initials, right? And then our initials. And when we click on save, and we can see that's now up there. So what we're actually wanting to do is we want to do a number of things. The first thing is a number 8 can be done in so many different ways. So the first way is like a digital 8. So if I just erase what I've got here, of the 3 different versions, just going to grab a different color here. So we can actually do a figure 8 like digital. Up, there, across, down, there. That's just like our square that we've just done. And then we repeat it in a different way. So that's a digital 8. That's one way of doing that. So you want to make sure, okay, that your robot will actually do that exactly. The other way of doing it is you can start and doing a circle. And then once you come down to the bottom, then turning in the other direction and doing an 8 that way. The other way of doing an 8 is how we would write it in our notepads, where we have this crossover, almost like a racetrack. Today, I want you to choose one of those 3 different options to try to program today. I look forward to actually seeing your projects. Now remember, you're working in groups of 2. Both partners need to be programming, even though only one of you are connecting to the robot. I look forward to seeing what you've got. Take care.